Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Thank you, Sai, for that question. What I'll say to you, Sai, is I've always been a big fan of Fridays. And thanks for asking what we're doing this weekend. So, as far as I remember, because I can only remember one thing, but I think it's going to be my highlight, Trish and I will be at the Rabbie Burns Night in the Kilmally Hall Community Center. So, that's for sure the highlight for the weekend because it's the only thing I can think of. I love gatherings like that and always have. Back in Canada, one of my roles was to help churches to be welcoming and a place folks would want to come back to and hopefully identify with. Yep, I'm a miracle worker. My way of making the welcoming process a simpler plan for churches is to get them to understand how Jesus was a master of hospitality. He loved parties and bringing wine, having meals and drinking with outsiders on their turf, drinking water in public places with people who had lots of questions. And who can forget the huge dinner gathering when nobody had a clue what food they would be eating? When we practice hospitality or are invited to join in it, we actually image Jesus perfectly. Hospitality, or the lack thereof, is the key to understand where the mind of your community is with regard to really being inviting and including. The Greek word that hospitality comes from in itself is a perfect picture that kind of explains it all. The word hospitality in Greek is this: philoxenia. Philo is Greek for love, like the American city of Philadelphia. Philo is love, and Adelphia is brother, thus the city of brotherly love. Philadelphia. So, philo, the love, xenia, philoxenia, is the love for the xenia. So, what is xenia, right? Well, you actually would have heard of it because it's in the word xenophobia, which means a fear of strangers, for foreigners, and maybe even tourists. But the Bible asks us to be a home that practices philoxenia, or a lover for strangers and outsiders, and yes, tourists, and also to be invited into their homes and their cultures. The reason is that at the heart of Jesus' mission to people is the idea of reaching out in love to bring them to himself and to make themselves at home with him. The whole goal of the gospel and the church is bringing people home and including them as if we were waiting for them all the time. There is a bar in Glasgow that is across the coffee shop I frequent, and I love its name, All Bar One. All Bar One. One day I will go there soon. Every time I read their name, I'm convinced that the one is me. As I read All Bar One, wouldn't it be great if our churches were that open for people who just want to drop by and join us for a beverage or food or friendship? That is not normal behavior, unfortunately, for many people and groups. And I'd like to say almost everyone who walks into a church feels welcome. But for many churches, that will be a big learning curve to get there. But the more people appreciate the Lord Jesus and his rich personal welcome and become like him, then obviously that will permeate through the entire community. I've seen many taglines for church, but really, the best one I have seen is this one. We want to be the kind of church that Jesus would like to come to. Well, that's it for today. So thanks for listening and keep looking up. See you on Sunday.